Mark James. Welcome once again to Hornet Spotlight. For the 179th time, we are inducting someone into the Beech Grove High School Hall of Fame. And happy to have with us our most recent inductee, a member of the class of 1991 here at Beech Grove High School, Shawn Sullivan. And Shawn, welcome back to Beech Grove.
Thank you very much.
Well, I know you didn't get a chance to look around school much, but we did talk before we went on a little bit about some of your fondest recollections of your time here at Beech Grove. You were pretty involved. You were involved with the band program. We went to the state finals this year, something very, very similar to what you accomplished when you were in high school. Let's talk a little bit about your involvement with band.
I played French horn and mellophone in the marching band. We went to state two times in my 4 years that I was here. I was, lead chair there for a while towards the end, so that was a good experience. And I really enjoyed. We had the good times at band camp in the summers, and that was all very good experiences for me that I remember. Yeah.
Well, and I've often said this about band, whether it be concert band, marching band, whatever the case may be. It's not really anything that you can either have one foot in, one foot out. It's either something you're all into. There's as much commitment and as much effort goes into being part of any band program as there is any athletic program.
That's right. Yeah. You had to pretty much choose. If you wanted to be in band, you were in band. It was hard. It was very difficult for the. I can remember a few people who tried to do other sports at the same time, but it was always very difficult for them.
Now, you did participate in athletics here. I believe you said cross country. Also, you were a member of the swimming team for a while.
That's right. I did cross country for all 4 years with Mr. Warner, and then swimming 1 year, my senior year. I decided I got convinced by coach to come do the swim team. My sister Dawn had been in the swim team for a long time, so he always saw me hanging around there, and he kept trying to ask me to get into it. So finally, in my senior year, I did do swimming also.
1991 graduate Shawn Sullivan is our guest. He's the most recent inductee into the Beech Grove Hall of Fame. And after you left Beech Grove High School, it was then on to Purdue University.
I went to Purdue University and studied mechanical engineering technology. Had a good academic history there. Did really well. Did well there, and then after that, got a job with Honda.
Talk a little bit about, if we can go back to, was there something that you took or something that you were involved with academically at Beech Grove that created this interest and took you down that path of mechanical engineering at Purdue University?
Yeah, I think one of the areas I really enjoyed was science and also industrial arts. Mr. Warner also in that area was a big part of that. I really enjoyed having the hands-on activities that we did in there, and that's sort of what had me go into engineering technology, which is more of a hands-on type-based engineering program.
Was Beech Grove at the time, you talk about the interaction you had with Mr. Warner, and I don't know that the growth has been tremendous, although the last couple of years it's picked up some, but at that time, would you call Beech Grove a perfect size school for someone like you to be able to nurture that interest because of the fact you had 100 and some odd kids in each class?
Yeah, I enjoy, when I look back at that, I did enjoy the fact that we had smaller class. So it was about 150, I think, at the time. And I can remember, I look back at my yearbook, and I can remember many of the people that were in my class, many people that were in. So it was, I do think that was good for me, and I did appreciate that. I do appreciate that now seeing how large some other schools are in the area and things like that.
And I mean, the same opportunities exist today for students here at Beech Grove High School. I mean, you mentioned your involvement in band, you mentioned your involvement in cross country, and you mentioned your involvement in the swimming program, not joining that program until, late in high school. That's the beauty of a school the size of Beech Grove. You can attempt to do things like that maybe you wouldn't have another opportunity to do at another school.
That's right, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your time spent at Purdue University, and then, of course, once you graduated from Purdue, I believe, then you went on to work for Honda.
For Purdue, it was a good experience. I actually followed my sister there as well. She graduated from Purdue in civil engineering also, for herself, and I went in mechanical engineering technology. Really learned a lot of hands-on engineering type things, and then after coming close to graduating. It was difficult to decide on what specific industry to go into, but I was lucky enough to meet up with the Honda folks at a job fair type thing, gave my resume, and that all worked out for me there.
And that took you away from your Central Indiana roots and your Hoosier hometown, and you landed in the Buckeye State in Ohio.
That's right. So when you go to live in Ohio, you better like the Buckeyes. That's what drives everyone there. But I lived in Marysville, Ohio. It's a small town outside of Columbus. There are two fairly large automobile plants for Honda, and I worked in new model development.
Tell us a little bit about that job. You talked about new model development. Was
Yeah.
there a lot of testing involved with the new vehicles?
Yeah, we did some testing in the department, but it's about making sure that the vehicle is manufacturable for all the different departments, such as we had welding and stamping and paint shop and assembly, and our job was to make sure that before production that you would make sure that the vehicle was easy to put together and designed for the equipment that we had.
15 years you spent with Honda in Ohio. Not all of that in Ohio. You actually got the opportunity to live a few years in Japan.
Yeah, part of our new model development was some of the vehicles were designed in Japan, so we needed people to be a liaison in Japan, to be very close to where they design. That way we could ask questions and get very direct conversation with the designer on issues that we were having, and try to improve the communication between the U.S. side and Japan side.
Outside of the working experience in terms of being in Japan with Honda, what was it like actually living there from a cultural standpoint?
It's a good place to live. We had a good experience there. Everyone there is very nice, and their culture is very deep and old. There's a lot of old culture there that we don't really get to experience here in the U.S. And you get to see that there, and they preserve it very well for tourists and for themselves to come and visit and see that as well. And you get to ride a bullet train, which is always exciting, and that's fun. And Tokyo is a tremendous city. It's large beyond anything we have around here. So it's a great experience to get to see that sort of thing as well.
Shawn Sullivan is our guest. He's the latest inductee into the Beech Grove Hall of Fame, a 1991 graduate. You left Honda fairly recently, and tell us about the company you're with now, the fact that you call Carmel, Indiana home.
Yeah, about a year ago, I moved back to the Indianapolis area, moved to Carmel, and took a job with Caheen North America, and that's a small auto parts company. They make a lot of engine parts for Honda, so I still stayed kind of in the Honda family there, and a new model quality engineer.
Outstanding. And as you said, over the years, you've had an opportunity to get back. And while you didn't, when you came back from Ohio, you didn't locate here in Beech Grove. As we said, you live in Carmel. Mom and Dad still live in the same house that you grew up in here in Beech Grove?
Yep, Mom and Dad still live here in the Grove. And so it's always been fun to bring their grandkids back here and get to see my home, and get to have that experience with my kids as well.
And you said you've been able to, more importantly, reconnect with some former classmates that you didn't get an opportunity to interact with much while you were living in Ohio.
Yeah, so that's been really good to see those old friends and see how they're doing, and see their kids and see how they've grown up and what they're doing now. And that's been a great positive experience about coming back into town.
How's it feel to be a member of the Beech Grove Hall of Fame?
It's pretty good. I have to say, again, my sister beat me to the Hall of Fame as well, but it's good to have us both up there now. I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah.
Obviously, grade point average and academic courses are very, very key if someone is thinking about a career in mechanical engineering or engineering of any type. What specific advice, if there are any, or maybe just general advice, could you give any of our students here at Beech Grove now?
You know, you want to do what you like. You want to go after those things that you really enjoy. If it's science or math or engineering, there's going to be something out there for you in the university or in college to but most important is to definitely do what you want to do what you like.
And involve
what you
yourself
enjoy.
in things here at a school this size when you have that opportunity?
When you have that opportunity, definitely. Like I was in the academic Olympiad type for science and for math, and those things are great to help emphasize those things.
Well, maybe your sister did beat you, but bottom line is you're now in, and you're in there forever. So on behalf of everyone here at Beech Grove High School, the committee, we want to welcome you to the Beech Grove Hall of Fame. Shawn Sullivan, April 2013 Hall of Fame nominee, and we thank you for coming by and spending some time with us today.
Thank you very much.
Give you an idea of what's going on this month of April. Spring sports pickup. That's track and field, that's golf, that's baseball, softball. So all you have to do is hit the website and you'll find out exactly what's going on athletically. We promise that spring is just around the corner and warm weather is coming our way. And before you know it, you'll be over at the park at Beech Grove enjoying the outstanding baseball team. Our softball complex here was renovated last year. It's one of the best around. And of course, a lot of athletes out for boys and girls track and field. And, of course, tennis is another sport. A lot of spring sports available. Very, very competitive. We hope to come out and support the Hornets. Other things coming up. We're all excited about the fact that spring break is April 1st through the 5th. Credit Rescue is the 2nd and 3rd. If you're not sure about what that entails in terms of Credit Rescue, contact the guidance department or, again, go to the Beech Grove High School website. A school board meeting is scheduled for the 9th. If you want to know how the school corporation is ran, you have any questions, you're always invited to stop by the public session of the school board meeting. The senior panoramic video, always a big deal. That's the entire senior class. That will take place on the 15th. On the 16th, we have the Indiana Academic Super Bowl, and we're happy to be hosting that here at Beech Grove High School. It's prom time. All the boys and girls get to get all dressed up and go to the prom and the after prom. That's scheduled for the 20th. It'll be at the beautiful Arts Garden in downtown Indianapolis. The Conference Art Show is going to be at Cardinal Ritter High School on the 23rd. A VIP breakfast is scheduled for the 26th, and the School Community Council will gather on the 29th. So a busy April, and before you know it, we'll be talking about graduation and get ready to put the wraps on the 2012-2013 school year. For those of you going on spring break, we hope it's a happy and a safe one. We want to thank Beech Grove High School Vice Principal Randy Clevenger for all of his assistance, and also thanks to Wiley Kraft for all of his production assistance in putting the Hornet Spotlight together. Again, congratulations go out to Shawn Sullivan, class of 1991. Mr. Clevenger said he was class in 81, but I think you saw him earlier and you could tell he's a lot younger than that. But anyway, congratulations to him, a deserving member, the latest member of the Beech Grove Hall of Fame. For now, I'm Mark James. This has been Hornet Spotlight. Thank you.